I could read this filmography forever. Bowfinger, Austin Powers, Boogie Nights, Drugstore Cowboy, and then, of course, we all know from Swingers, right here on The Rich Eisen Show, currently starring on every Tuesday night right now, Law & Order, True Crime, The Menendez Murders. Heather Graham. Good to see you, Heather.
Thanks for having me on your show.
You bet, absolutely.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Well, right back at you. Before we get into film and what you're doing on the show, I couldn't help but notice that you and LeBron James crossed paths recently.
Yes.
On your Instagram or on your social media, the king himself,
I know,
out here in Los Angeles. Is that where this happened?
It was exciting. Well, I was having a birthday dinner with my friend Molly Shannon, who
very
I
funny
think
and
you
talented.
know her.
Yes,
yeah, she's
indeed.
amazing. And so we're having dinner, and we saw that LeBron James was sitting at the table next to us, and Molly said, "We got to get a picture with him." And I'm more shy, so I said, "No, we can't bother him. No." She's like, "We're getting a picture." She grabbed my arm, she pulls me over to, and she just said, her son is such a huge fan. She's like, "I can't leave without showing my son that I met LeBron James."
Okay.
And he was so sweet, because it's kind of rude. He's sitting there with his wife and his friends. We're at like some fancy restaurant, and he totally did it and was so sweet.
Yeah, because dinner, that usually, there's two spots where you're not supposed to bother anybody.
Yes, but Molly's so charming. So I kind of thought, how could you say no to Molly?
Right.
Everybody loves Molly. Like, if I walk down the street with Molly, her fans are like rabid.
Right.
People get so excited to meet her. So I just thought Molly's kind of got a free pass in that. Like,
that's true. And then, you too.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, and LeBron is, he's got comedy chops. I mean, you just saw him.
He's awesome. I mean, he's so tall. You're just looking at this person, you're like, how is this person so tall?
But like I said, there's two spots usually, Heather. It's while they're eating.
Yeah.
And the
it's kind of rude.
And the bathroom.
Yeah, that's rude. Yeah.
Has anyone ever come up to you, like in either one of those spots, and say, "Hey, I want a picture"?
Yeah, I usually would do it unless, I don't know, sometimes it's rude to the people that you're with. You don't want to, but if there's a big group of people, sometimes it's intimidating. Like once I was taking salsa classes in Mexico, and these people recognized me, so I took a picture, but then everyone else in the whole place recognized I was famous, and everyone in the whole place wanted to take a picture.
Salsa in Mexico.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I ended up taking like 35 pictures.
How good are you now at the salsa in Mexico?
I'm okay. I'm pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you play sports as a kid, or did you play sports
in high school? I played basketball. I'm pretty good at basketball because I kind of was a gawky, grew tall really fast. So I was tall, so I was good at basketball.
That was your game?
Yeah, and then I got into karate for a while. I did taekwondo.
Karate?
Yes.
Okay.
I love taekwondo. It's really cool. And then I recently went to Korea. I was working on this food show, and I realized that I still remembered some of my taekwondo moves.
So you don't have to put it into practice, have you?
I mean, thank God, no. But when
okay.
I was doing the class regularly, I did feel really tough. I just said, I just felt like I was ready to kick someone's ass,
Heather Graham here on The Rich Eisen Show. I want to walk you through some of the movies that you've done. To me, Swingers it's a perfect movie. That is a perfect movie.
That movie is made for so little money. You would not even believe that. It's amazing they made that movie for $250,000.
How did you get involved in that?
I got involved with it because Jon Favreau and I worked on this other thing that was like this 30-minute short that was on Showtime. So I met him on that. He said he was writing a movie, and then he offered me the part. It was no money, and he said you have to learn how to swing dance. So we used to go to the Derby every night, and he would teach me how to swing dance for a month, and it was amazing because I learned how to swing dance.
So you got the salsa and the swing dancing, you got that done.
Yeah.
But to me, that movie again, for so many guys, who wanted to be the Vince Vaughn character, but are really in real life the Jon Favreau character.
Yeah.
I think that.
Yeah, Jon Favreau's got a pretty great life. I don't think we could feel bad for Jon Favreau.
I'm just talking about the character in the movie.
Yes,
okay?
Of course.
Not to get too
like the regular guy who's sensitive.
Right,
yeah.
not to get all psychological with you here and deep into my own
no,
psyche.
I totally get it.
But
yeah.
a lot of us, and
you
I
want to be the
myself,
cool guy. You don't want to be the vulnerable.
Right.
Yeah.
But the guy who calls up his ex-girlfriend 15 times, like that scene, I watch it through my fingers like it's a horror movie.
I know.
But
girls do that too. I think a girl can relate to that too.
Really?
Just kind of going insane when you like someone and you're not your best self,
But just the fact though that you show up at the end and it all works out for Jon Favreau. You gave us all hope in the world.
And then he went on to direct Iron Man and the Avengers.
Well,
so everything worked out well for Jon Favreau.
I understand in
He's
real life
very
that worked out for him. Right. And then obviously Austin Powers, you got involved in that right in the middle of the height of it,
that was so
all
fun.
of that. I mean, how would you able to get through some of these scenes in this movie?
I don't know. I've been really lucky to work with a lot of comedic genius people, and hopefully, I think it's taught me to have a better sense of humor in life.
Steve Martin also.
I know. I mean, that is really was even more was so exciting because as a kid, when you watch someone as a kid, it's different when you're an adult and you go, well, this person's a comedic genius, but I'm an adult.
Right.
If you grow up watching someone and then you meet them, it's a crazy feeling of excitement.
He was King Tut.
I used to have a crush on him. I'd be like watching King Tut and I'm like, he's so cute. And I had a crush on him.
Did you explain that to Steve?
I think I might have. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How did he handle that?
I think he was flattered.
As a professional?
It's flattering. Yeah.
He looks the same.
Yeah, he does.
By the way.
He's cool. He's like a cool guy.
He looks the exact same.
He does.
It is truly unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then, you have been in so many, for the lack of a better phrase, like guy movies.
That's true.
The Hangover.
I know.
Also.
I know. It's funny because I think I'm kind of a feminist, but I always end up with the real guys. Like,
you do?
I do, yeah.
Did you meet Tyson on the set? Was Mike Tyson on the set when you were there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, he's been here.
Wow, I bet.
Once.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then I asked him a question about how he's different now than when he used to fight, and he basically started saying, "I don't want to talk about that because I don't want to go back to my fighting days." And he kind of gave me this look. That's when I threw the commercial break on the spot.
It seems like you hit a nerve. I want to know more. I love psychology.
No,
I'm
I did.
What?
I did, but what is the craziest time you've ever had on one of these movie sets? Of any of these movies that you've been on? One that you were like, you remember it was just like, that was a...
I'm sure I could think of a lot of different ones, but I guess just because you were talking about The Hangover, it's weird to play like a stripper, right? And be at a strip club and you're pretending to be a stripper. And I play kind of these sexual parts, but in my real life, I'm pretty, sweet. I'm not that crazy, right? So it's very weird to be doing that.
So you don't roller skate naked around in real life? Is that what you're saying?
No, I should though. It seems more fun,
well,
right?
I don't know.
I'm living vicariously through these roles if I was this really wild person.
Not to make it terribly awkward, but that's what the three of us do to prepare for the show.
You guys all should have done that when I
morning,
came in.
Yeah.
I actually really do roller skate. I want to see both of you guys on
You
roller skates.
do?
Yes.
That would be cool if you guys were all naked roller skating around when I came in. That would have been.
I don't know if that
do
would be
that.
a very
No,
good
no.
thing. I'll be very honest with you.
Cool, not the first word.
No,
that
we're
comes
trying to
mind.
figure all that out. But Boogie Nights to me is another. That to me, that is a remote drop movie for me. No matter where I pick it up, it is as intense as possible. What was it about? What was it like around Burt Reynolds on that set and everybody else that you were around?
Well, I just felt so lucky to work with Paul Thomas Anderson and all those great actors. That was just a job where you go, thank you, universe. Like, this was a great fortune to be in this movie. I'm so glad I got to be in it. And yeah, just you're looking at all these people, Burt Reynolds and Julianne Moore, and it's exciting to meet your heroes. Yeah. I mean, at that time, people didn't know who he was as much. He was just starting, but you just know that guy was brilliant.
He was just a poor guy who was an idiot behind the wheel of the car and just telling you what an idiot he was.
He's amazing.
Oh my gosh, that was incredible. And now the Law and Order True Crime, the Menendez murders. You play the mistress of the Menendez brothers' psychiatrist, played by our friend Josh Charles, in this. And what was this experience like for you? And here?
Well, it's still going on. We're still shooting it. We're still shooting episodes 7 and 8. But it's been really,
Is that right? That's only a month away.
Yeah.
Till we actually sit down on a couch and see this thing.
Yeah, I guess that's how they shoot TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the case is really interesting. I remember as a kid, knowing about it, and it just sounded so disturbing. But knowing all the details of the case, it's way more disturbing. And it's just really, truth is stranger than fiction. There's so many strange details.
Yeah, and that was actually going on when you were doing Swingers. Actually.
Yeah, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
1989. No, Swingers was in the
96.
90s. Yeah.
I was a little bit off right there. So you were doing Drugstore Cowboy.
Yeah, you're right. More of that. But actually, I work with, I just suddenly went to the O.J. Simpson case thinking that I work with O.J. Simpson, which is not what we were talking about.
No.
But it's another huge case that I work with him on a Disney Sunday Night Movie of the Week.
Say what?
I worked with him on a Disney Sunday Night Movie of the Week before he... all that stuff happened.
Okay. What was the name of the Disney movie?
I think it was called Student Exchange. I mean, I didn't really know him. I was like a teenager in high school, but I remember meeting him and then later on thinking, wow, I met that guy. It's so weird. Yeah.
On a Disney movie.
Yes. He played like the football coach of this high school.
Go figure that. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for
coming
coming in.
I didn't press that. I didn't say that I directed a movie.
What'd you do? Oh, yeah.
I directed a movie.
Half Magic.
Yeah.
That's coming out in February.
Yes.
Okay. And that's with Molly Shannon's in that.
Yeah.
Thomas Lennon, who is as funny as all get out.
He's amazing.
And Angela Kinsey, who everyone knows from The Office.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's coming out in February?
Yes.
What's that about?
It's a sex comedy.
Fantastic.
I'm in.
Is there any roller skating in this at all?
No
Probably
roller
not.
skating.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No.
Well, it's great to see you here.
Yeah.
Again, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, thanks for having
Big
me
fan.
on your show.
Come back anytime.
Yeah.
When you come back, when you want to promote Half Magic or anything
Yeah.
else,
Thanks
come
for
on
being
back.
so sweet. Nice meeting you guys.
You got it.
Yeah.
And thanks for sharing your roller skating story, Mike. That was really great.
Anytime,
You
Rich.
bet. We got Heather Graham right here. Check out Law & Order True Crime, The Menendez Murders every Tuesday night on NBC, just as it aired last night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Central Time.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you liked some of that, get some more of that on the Rich Eisen Show app. Follow all the information you see right here on the Rich Eisen Show.